For this review, we have the Alien Attack AAT-02 King of Kaviliers. This is a third-party Last Night Age of Extinction Optimus. Now, I try to stay away from third-party stuff as much as possible, but I think the chances of us getting an official Last Night Optimus anytime soon is going to be pretty far. And I came across this recently. I know this has probably been out for I think like a year, and this is like the regular version, and then there's a like we'll call it chrome version. It's got more, it's got shiny paint instead of like gray plastic areas. But this impressed me, and I decided to pick it up, and I definitely want to review it and compare it with some official NPM figures. So it comes in this kind of drab plastic. Let's take this off real quick. And we get a really nice box. It's not very NPM like, but one cool thing, it's got like this foil lettering for the AAT-02, which is kind of nice. This is kind of done up in a like English style. So that's kind of cool because it's a knight. You've got the Alien Attack logo on the top. You've got the scepter, this Merlin staff on this side, and you've got the knight sword on this side. And this is upside down. And these are the accessories. And actually, I think this is the front. I started off with the back because this is definitely the front. This looks super cool. And seeing pictures and poses like this is what made me decide to get this guy. So this is all looking very cool. Very nice, shiny. It's not raised, but it seems like it's different printing than the rest of what's on the outside. All right. So when you go to take this guy out, this seems to be the top with the truck, because I've had it the other way and there's all kinds of stuff falling out. Could just be how weird the packaging is. All kinds of stuff just fell out. It looks really cool, but yeah, tons of stuff just fell out of the package. So it's a nice thick booklet. I mean, very thick. There is a file card, so let's take a look at that. The file card is also in plastic, and it is itself is plastic, like a credit card. So it's kind of like a fans toys like thing. And he's got some stats back here. And here is the booklet. There is color to denote the parts that move. So very nice. English and Chinese. Definitely knew their market. I'll try to put this back for a moment so you can see how this is packed. If I can figure it out. Yeah, some of this is lost in motion now. I don't know what was where. And some of this may have actually fallen out from the inside. Nope, it was taped. So there are some areas on the back or the front, don't know yet, but as you can see, the sword is on the outer piece. It is really nice. Good Lord, is it nice? We'll take a look at it in a moment. The Merlin staff is on the outside. It is very detailed. He has a head that was out of the package on the outside, looking very nice. His hand blade and mouth, like the swappable mouth. All right, let's get into the package. Again, I don't know which is up or down at this point. Okay, yeah, so this is the top side. Because as you open it, Optimus is pointed up. Just try to show off how he is placed in the package here. Yep. So he's got his shield gun. Oh, that's really nice. There's some good weathering here. His gun, blaster, rifle, blaster, not rifle. Here he is. He is in a big bag. Clean him up in a moment. So mentioned earlier there's like a chrome and non-chrome version. Maybe I have that wrong. I am under the impression this is like the regular version, but he is very shiny. So I think I accidentally ordered the chrome version. I don't know. I'm not sure what I have here. Um, I'm just trying to take all this in. This is the first time I'm seeing this in person. He's got some really nice paint detailing. The paint detailing is actually pretty immaculate. Yeah, this is almost to the level of a I no, I'll say this is to the level of like a 3-0 figure. I had the 3-0 last night Optimus for a long time. I ended up getting rid of them because uh the 3-0 figures they're made pretty well, but always there's always kind of worrying about breaking the figure. They have a strong paint smell too. Like right out of the package, they have a strong paint smell, and I had a few of them that I kept out for a good bit of time, and that paint smell never dissipated. That kind of turned me off. Let me see if I can fix up this section. He's kind of come loose up top here. I got this big old QC sticker on him. Um, yeah, he is pretty impressive. That shoulder joint is pretty squeaky. Might need to loosen the screw on that. But there's ratchets on the up and down on the shoulder. Not the side motion. You hear that squeak, squeak, squeak. Um, there's this whole thing where there's like a mechanism that moves the bicep as you bring the arm up, which is kind of cool. He's very clean also. Like looking at this guy at face value, you wouldn't if I didn't tell you this thing transformed, you would think this is like a 3-0 figure. Um, I don't know if this waist is supposed to tab in. Waist is it's not floppy, but like you go to manipulate it and it wants to move. And it doesn't really tab. That's interesting. Um, yeah, he's got some good articulation. This knee's a little strange. Like moving it back, it's definitely double jointed. So if you articulate the knee, you're going to discover you're going to have to put some effort to kind of get it back flush because it's double hinged. Um, here we go. And because of transformation, his foot really doesn't have any kind of up down. Like the toe goes up and down, but the foot doesn't go up and down. Now that could be a good thing. That could help keep him, stable. But there's something to be aware of. Yeah, this is really nice. All right, so heads. He's got the last night head, and I don't remember if the head is electronic on here. Nothing in the instructions say that the head has lights or anything like that. Okay, so let's take a look at the head. So there is the evil last night head. This is the age of extinction head. The mouth plate comes off. It looks like it just pulls out. So you're gonna basically grab at the bottom and pull up. Does feel a little like, when you do this for the first time, like you might break something. Oh, look how hollow it is in there. But then you just pop in the other face. Man, it looks nice. That's this for a moment. Oh, and just so you can see, there is a ball peg and then a ball peg at the bottom. So pretty expressive movement. Although this peg is pretty tight. And it did take a bit of effort to get that on there. But good lord, that looks amazing. Um, Trying to see if this chest tabs anywhere. Yeah, that's one interesting thing about the chest. It just kind of sits there like there's no tabs, although there's gonna be kind of like an area where you feel like, okay, yeah, this is where it goes. But at any rate, still pretty cool. Yeah, that head is just amazing. All right, so let's zoom back And showed off the heads. He's got a lot of accessories. So he's got his gun shield, and I do believe this opens. Okay. So you can pull here. Oh, it doesn't want to move now. There we go. If you hold here, you're going to keep it from opening. So I guess you need to grab here or grab here. Pull on this, and all this will come out. And you can push. I would say don't push on these because this feels, yeah, this is just plastic, a plastic tab kind of pushing this together. The gun barrel and this top piece, this is kind of where you want to hold it at. Um, so as you see, the sword came with this clip on it. There's a tab on the front of this also. I think there's some weirdness about how many of these parts you can get tabbed in the back. So you can get the sword, the shield on here pretty good. He wants to lean backwards right now. Yeah, as soon as I put that shield on, he wants to lean backwards. And as you know, there really isn't any articulation in the ankles, so that's a little problematic. But yeah, you put the shield on, and even though you got this tab here, um, well, there is a little tab back here, so maybe you can. Let's see. Yeah, that does fit. Okay. So the shield and sword can go in the back. And with this adapter, the sword by itself can go in the back. I'm going to take these off because the weight is definitely pulling him backwards. And I'm carefully jiggling this out because I don't want this thing to the tab to break off. That's one thing I always worried about with third-party figures. You never know, like the durability or the quality of the plastic, and you can take a pretty expensive toy and possibly ruin it pretty quick. All right, so that same tab that you put on the back, there's an arm matching port on the arm that you can put the gun in. So you will complete that look. The hand dagger also has a tab. I guess that goes here also. For some reason, I thought this went further down on the arm, but it plugs into the same slot. So you've got that. You've got his sword, and his hands are fully articulated. Every finger joint is articulated, and every joint on the thumb is articulated. He does have like a masterpiece style tab, and there's a little slot on the lower part of the hand where they can plug into to secure it. And he holds it pretty well. Sometimes figures with swords don't come off very well, but that works really good. And then he's got a gun. The gun also has these really huge tabs, but they kind of work the same way. So if you want him to hold the gun, you can do that also. Just kind of line it up that same hole. Oh, actually, the gun tab kind of fits under the thumb. So different entry point. That is going to be pretty hard to get in there. All right, not too hard, but with the camera in front of you, it's going to be hard. All right. I don't think I got that knee back flush the way I wanted it, but you kind of get the idea. He also has the uh, Merlin staff thing from last night, looking pretty cool. So overall, I mean, super nice. Let me show you the back. I don't think I showed that off well enough. Just tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of detail. The smokestacks are chromed. All this other stuff that looks shiny is just shiny paint. Um, there is a bit of wash over everything. Not a heavy amount of wash, but there is wash. And there is a significant amount of detail everywhere. Just really nice figure. Um, the only thing that's driving me crazy right now is that the waist doesn't tab. Um, that seems like it's going to be a problem. He's just, you pick him up and do stuff, and he's just constantly, like you got something in his hands, and his hands are in front of him. He just wants to, like, go this way. So, it depends on how you deal with your figures. I mean, if you're going to be putting him in poses, you're going to kind of work around that. If you're trying to get a museum display, you may have to be a little creative with how he's holding things so that they end up being a little bit more, uh, you know, closer to his, center of gravity. Him holding things out away from his body is going to just make him kind of lean one direction or the other. Okay, so that is a figure. Gonna forego transformation. There's some really good transformation videos out there, and it will take me forever to go through it. But I do want to do some comparisons because I'm curious. Like, can I fit this in a masterpiece display? So here he is with MPM. What is this? 3 or 4? I think this is 4. Um, he towers over him a bit. One can argue that this guy is maybe a little short for the other characters in the line. That could possibly be, but um, you could imagine that he gained some mass in this version, so I don't know. One way to look at it. Pairing him with Bumblebee, at least this Bumblebee, it's not too bad. Um, Last night Bumblebee was a bit taller, and I think that design was a bit taller than the '07 version. So this scale isn't too bad. I think he might be a tad bit too tall, but putting him with other figures, I don't think he's going to ruin a display. But with the silver paint as it is, he does stand out against these mainline releases. So he's almost, he almost feels like a 3A figure, just with the look and the detailing. Um, just quite incredible. So that is a review. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have this guy? Do you have UT Challenger in your display? What do you think about mixing and matching the third party with the official stuff? I'm still a little bit torn by it, but if the car is not going to make it and somebody else is going to make it and they're going to do a good job at it, you know, that's who's going to get the money. So thanks for watching. Please tune into more videos coming up. And as always, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you.